Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday, the 17th of October, 2022. And today we are going to present to you Worldcryptolife with some very exciting new updates and some even better improvements. So let's go straight into the presentation. I'm just going to share my screen here. So first of all, the company, Worldcryptolife, is a marketing organization. It's a marketing company. This is not the main digital product, but we have a digital product that is incredibly powerful, and we will break it down. In between the presentation, I'll show you why it is so powerful. So Worldcryptolife wants everybody to live a crypto lifestyle. For that, you need a whole infrastructure, obviously. Our main showpiece is a world-class crypto exchange platform. We also have already two types of debit cards, one for the US, one for the globe, but there will be more types of payment cards added as we add more payment processors who are going to help us and take advantage of our system for their own benefit, but also we benefit from what they have, and it becomes a global network, friends and partners all around the world. Now, we also have online shopping and affiliate companies, and we'll help explain that in just a moment. So the idea of a crypto lifestyle is, obviously, if you can't use crypto anytime, anywhere, locally, globally, online or offline, there's a problem. What's the point in having any crypto if you can't use it? So our motto is simple: no more unusable coins, and we want everybody to have an everyday convenience. Now, most of the time, when you buy something that is quality, you really don't want to sell it in a hurry. You want to hold on to it. So it goes up and up and up in value, hopefully over a period of time, whatever time that may be. Could be weeks, months, years, but you want it to have a nice, mature value at the end of it, like a ripe fruit. However, life gets in the way. And if you want to change, or if you want to convert it to something else, because you have some payment to make or somewhere to go, or you urgently need the cash, then you need to be able to convert it. And that is not the case with most of the cryptos. They don't give you this convenience of convertibility anytime, anywhere, locally, globally, online or offline. But we aim to do that with what we have. And therefore, this is a great starting place, whether you're completely new to crypto or not, and whether you're already familiar with crypto. We will help explain and break it down as to why we are claiming to be able to deliver a true and authentic and genuine crypto lifestyle for for the masses, for the broad masses, not just traders, not just experts, not just financially astute people, but your everyday people like me and you. So crypto can't be discussed without a blockchain. A blockchain mainly is a ledger. It's a record of crypto going in, crypto going out, who paid whom, how many years ago. So for example, even the first ever payment in Bitcoin more than 12 years ago, it's still there on the blockchain of Bitcoin. It can still be viewed which wallet sent how much Bitcoin to which other wallet. All of that is visible. So that is a ledger. But a blockchain does more than that. Blockchain is basically the transport mechanism by which you carry your crypto from one place to another. For example, just like an email is your transport medium to send an attachment from your address to somebody else's address, similarly, the blockchain and the servers that run the blockchain are your transport mechanism to move a coin or a token or a bunch of coins and tokens from one address to the other. Now, the difference between an ordinary ledger and a blockchain is that a blockchain cannot be hacked. It cannot be cheated. It cannot be changed, because a blockchain is a system of trust in and of itself. And therefore, it removes the need of somebody like a bank in between who plays middleman. Banks are practically redundant with the arrival of the blockchain, which is why banks actually hate the blockchain. And a lot of governments hate it because the one thing governments, no matter where in the world you are, governments don't like transparency. They don't want the public to find out what the people in power are actually doing. The blockchain takes care of that, which is why collectively both the media and the governments don't like the blockchain. But we are a blockchain company, so we're going to be talking about it because it actually helps liberate regular people and free them up and give them financial freedom. And that's what we are all about. The first blockchain was Bitcoin, quite slow, only 7 transactions per second. Bear in mind, MasterCard and Visa fluctuate between 24,000 to 27,000 transactions per second. So Bitcoin can only actually handle 7, which is not very good. But then Ethereum comes along. You can do a few more things with Ethereum, but it can handle 25 plus, which is also an improvement to Bitcoin, but it's nowhere near what Visa and MasterCard are able to do. Then come other improvements. Some of them can handle 50,000, 100,000, 300,000 even. And that's not bad, but in doing so, they lose some of their quality. Now, the first generation was Bitcoin, then came Ethereum, which introduced the idea of smart contracts. Smart contracts simply mean that I can download the code and create my own token on the Ethereum blockchain. I just borrow Ethereum's railway tracks and I run my own coin and I can call it whatever I want. There are so many coins named after breeds of dogs and all sorts. So that's what a smart contract, that's one of the things a smart contract allows you to do. But the others come along, they are faster, but then they lose the smart contract ability. So they don't necessarily, even though they're faster and in many ways more efficient, they actually don't have the comprehensive set of functions that even Ethereum is able to offer. So from first slow coach to second multi-talented, but this multi-talented guy is still not fast enough. Some others come along that are really fast, but they lose on some of their talents. But here we are introducing to you the 4th generation of a blockchain, and we are the first of the 4th generation blockchains. Ours is called Final Chain. Before we go any further, Final Chain is a mainnet blockchain. Please remember this. This is not a word commonly used, but you will find it in crypto people. They love using this word. Mainnet. Okay. Remember, it's a mainnet blockchain. There's only about a dozen of them in the world. So we are not just yet another blockchain or yet another copy of somebody else or yet another borrowed piece of technology or yet another reverse engineered project. We are actually a brand new phenomenon all by ourselves. And the reason we stand head and shoulders above others is because we have fixed the blockchain trilemma. The trilemma is basically, how can you have low cost, high security, and fast speed all at the same time? Now, I can give you an example of the Concorde aircraft. It was a supersonic passenger aircraft that flew between London, Paris to New York and back. And it went within less than half the time of a normal jet. But if you wanted to fly that thing, it cost a lot of money. It was very expensive to be able to afford a Concorde ticket. And it was very fast, but it did crash. And when the last one crashed outside Paris, they scrapped it. They basically grounded all the aircraft, and now Concorde doesn't fly anymore. An iconic pointy nose supersonic passenger airliner no longer flies because it was so fast that it wasn't secure and it was too expensive to maintain and run. That is a similar analogy which happens with blockchain, with payment processing. If it's really fast, are you sure you can guarantee that it'll also be secure at the same time? Well, we have managed to overcome that because the people behind our project, the technology guys, they are not just security experts, they're a special type of security experts. Now, let's just park this here and let's go have a look at who the people are that created this mainnet final chain, which is the first of the 4th generation blockchains. Why do you want to have low cost, high security, and fast speed all at the same time? Because then truly something magical happens, and it's called scalability, simply meaning loads and loads of other projects are able to say, oh, wow, they've got everything that we need. Let's just forget about what we were doing before. Let's just go and join them. And when more and more people want to come and join us, that helps improve the value of whatever money you put into today before the rest of the world finds out. So let's have a look at who the people are behind the project. Now, Mr. Andy Wall, the host of today's call, he found this wonderful article, and it's quite nice, nicely written actually, although with a few grammar mistakes. Final chain starts exclusive marketing with Worldcryptolife, a global crypto ICO group. This was published, funnily enough, September 24th, from a guy sitting all the way in Pakistan, but he also writes for the Huffington Post. So obviously he's a prolific publisher, but he's obviously done the research, because look what he says, and what he says is really good. Hackers Holding is a blockchain specialized software development company that recently developed Final Chain, a blockchain mainnet developed with its own technology in Korea. Hackers Holding is a research and development company consisting of white hackers. What are white hackers? Well, white hackers are the ones that help protect all kinds of computer systems against the bad hackers. The bad hackers come to steal, to blackmail, or to bully, or to destroy something. White hackers are the ones who need to be one step ahead of the bad guys to help protect the systems. And that's the people we're dealing with. Now you understand why, when we say we have the best security experts on this project, this is how it happens. Okay. Now, there's a lot more that he goes on to mention, that recently, in order to lead the major issues of the global crypto market through a stronger market environment, Worldcryptolife, a global crypto marketing group, decided to exclusively ICO, initial coin offering, the high-end mining of Final Chain. He gets it, ladies and gentlemen. We only launched in August, and he already gets it in September, that we are a high-end, top-of-the-range mining facility for the Final Chain. And that's what the compensation plan and everything else is about. And we're going to talk about that in a little more detail. Now, it's an independent blockchain mainnet, meaning we are not dependent or reliant on anybody else. They can crash and burn for all we care. We are going to march on because we have our own technology, our own methodology, our own setup, our own infrastructure, and a lot of money has been pumped by our chairman, as well as his partners have put in millions. I'm talking double-digit millions has been invested already in this company before the marketing even began. So this company wasn't waiting around for your and my money to get going. They've already been planning and developing something in the background. Okay, so we have a lot more information given here. We'll share this article with you. Obviously, we'll not harbor and labor on it too much, but I want to show you something here. He mentioned something very important. So that shows me that the author of this article actually knows what this crypto stuff is all about. He gives a source of GitHub Satoshi Labs. And if you open that GitHub Satoshi Labs, you'll see here, registration number 493 is Final Chain. It came before Theta, which is number 500, Solana, number 501, and even Elrond, number 508, Radiant. All of these came later. So all these other crypto projects got registered later. We've been there for a while. It's just that the world doesn't know that we are coming, and now they will soon find out. You don't want to miss the boat. What does it mean that we got registered before anybody else? Look, let's have a look at this cryptocurrency market, okay? The market is about 933 billion, so about 70 billion shy of a trillion. A trillion would make it a top 10 GDP in the world, a top 10 country in the world. That's how big the market is. Now, if you look at Solana at rank number 9, the world already knows Solana, got used to Solana, got familiar with Solana. That's because Solana started marketing earlier than us, okay? Even though they are registered after us. So we've been planning and preparing before Solana. Now, Solana went up to $260 something at one point. It's down to $30 now. But even Solana is worth 11 billion US dollars even today. That's just Solana. Okay. Now, if we look at the next one, I showed you not Algorand. I wanted to show you Elrond. Flow was registered after us, and Flow is a major coin. It's a good coin to have. And okay, we're not going to go through all of the list, but there's a whole bunch of these coins that we should be beating in the rankings for crypto. And we will be hopefully competing with rank number 9 Solana, and the world will know who we are, and we will be able to say that we are associated with the right project. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is who is behind the company. It's Hackers Holding and the team behind Hackers Holding. Now, what does Final do differently from others? First of all, we operate on an algorithm called hash round robin, HRR. And the type of coin we have is called delegated proof of reputation. It is not proof of work, it is not proof of stake, and it is not a minted copy of somebody else. It is a brand new category of coin in its own called DPOR. So we have HRR, hash round robin, and DPOR. And how do we guarantee high-speed transactions? Well, we just cluster them. We make sure that we can handle 10,000 transactions per second per consensus group, and then we add the consensus groups. Within a second, we're able to process more than 1 million transactions per second in ultra-fast node configuration. This is something that others haven't yet figured out, but we have. So, and we have already tested this. And if you want to know how, well, let's have a look again at the website. The Final Chain main website here will take you to a 41-page white paper, and that white paper will give you the details of all these concepts, including hash round robin and delegated proof of reputation, etc. We have our own DeFi wallet even. The other chains don't necessarily issue their own DeFi wallets, you know that. Even the mainnets don't. We have our very own DeFi wallet. Incredibly powerful. Now, if I just scroll down a little more, I'll show you something here. 70 prenodes were tested between April 2019 and July 22. Okay, almost till August 22. So that means 70 nodes were used to test, can it actually do 1 million transactions per second? Is it actually as secure? And these being white hackers, they themselves try to obviously hack and make sure that it is unhackable as far as less intelligent hackers are concerned. Okay. Then we now have 1,200 nodes remaining, which are open to the market. And this is what forms part of the opportunity for you. This is what I wanted to show you. Also, Final Chain is very happy to add us and include us. Here you go, Worldcryptolife as a major partner, and Hackers Holding, the company behind it. And obviously, we're going to talk about the G point as well in a few moments' time. So what is a node? A node is integrally a part of the infrastructure of a blockchain. Now, you have a computer, a mobile phone, smartphone, iPad, tablet, whatever. You access the internet using that, using a Wi-Fi router, right? But your Wi-Fi router is just something domestically that you privately pay for, right? You pay for your Wi-Fi that you use in your home, right? So that is not part of the infrastructure. You're just a customer, so you're just latching on to a bigger system. But the main exchange for your area that provides the internet to your entire neighborhood and all the nearby business districts and offices and everything else. That exchange compares to a node. So a node is something where end users are able to come in and use or use that route to get access to the blockchain, or in your case, at home, you get access to the internet because of your local exchange. So nodes are exchanges that are scattered all around the world. Now, they're not scattered all around the world naturally. We have to take them there. Initially, there are master nodes or master exchanges that are basically held only in a few locations. But we want this to be spread far and wide because that offers stability. Now, your local exchange is probably owned by the dominant phone company. Remember, once upon a time, nobody could do anything in USA without the permission of AT&T until the government decided AT&T needs to be broken up. Just like once upon a time, Standard Oil was so dominant, they needed to be broken up. And from Standard Oil came Texaco, Esso, Exxon, and all the other companies. They are just breakaway pieces of a mighty Standard Oil. Same like these days, you have all these different telephone service providers, but they're all a breakaway piece of the original. In the UK, we had only British Telecom once upon a time. Now you have so many little private competitors. So what happens with that is, the wider it is spread, the less it can be dominated and bullied by one party. So we don't want our blockchain nodes for the final chain, the very infrastructure that helps the node, we don't want that node to be held in the hands of a handful of bankers or venture capitalists or rich boys that are able to just throw money at it and dominate it. We want it to be spread out amongst so many regular, normal people around the world so that it can become a truly people's blockchain because it is owned by the people, more or less. Okay, at least in a small way, you're a part of it. But what does a node actually do? Well, the thing is, every time there's a coin passing through from one wallet to another wallet, it has to pay a little fee to pass. And that fee is paid to the node holder. So if you own a node, you get paid for traffic passing through the node, as well as new coins that are being mined using our on-chain algorithm. You don't actually need to operate the node, you just need to own it and make sure you're able to claim ownership of that node. And when you can claim ownership of that node, that's all you need to do. You can switch off your laptop, go to sleep, go on a 3-month vacation, come back, and the node would have made money for you by verifying transactions, as well as being used as the essential integral mining infrastructure. And nodes do a few other functions, but we don't need to go into those details right now. So that's what a node really does. And the node is the only product we have that is part of our infrastructure and our product offering in Worldcryptolife. Now, master nodes are scattered around South Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, Australia, USA, and Canada because these are stable internet infrastructures that can be relied upon. But the actual nodes, the regular nodes, will be held with millions and millions of people, hopefully, and that'll include you. What does that look like? What does it even look like? The nodes will be held by other people. Well, let me show you. This is our block explorer for the final scan. Right? Don't worry, you'll get all these links in the description box so you can go and do your own research when you have the time. And if you go to NFT and click on node, here you go. The first node we sold, there we go. The first node we sold was a node called Gaia. It took 753 different purchases of different people in different accounts, or maybe the same account, but different people. 753 different people came to buy just one node. Remember, we have 1,200 to sell. So far, we've sold 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one is at 86.84% sale. The third node, it took 999 different purchases to buy it. So it's being spread out far and wide, and we know that some of our node owners are as far as Korea, Japan, Philippines, and on this side, Mexico, Caribbean, North America, Africa, in between a few in Asia, and then of course also in Europe. So that is where these numbers come from the whole worldwide group that we are able to pull together in Worldcryptolife and spread the nodes out as far and wide as possible. So that's the node. Now introducing G point. What is a G point? A G point is a dollar and a dollar is a G point. That's it. That's all you need to remember. When we earn some bonuses in this opportunity for introducing new people to become node owners, we get paid in G points. So we know that each G point is a dollar. That's all you need to remember and nothing more. But G point isn't just some kind of a voucher or coupon. It is a little more sophisticated than your regular voucher, right? And I will help explain that in just a moment. We also have G Point Market, which is a retail website. This is to attract retail buyers. And we have the ability to add any number of businesses, whether they're online or offline businesses with bricks and mortar, mom and pop type of shop kind of businesses, or whether they're online type of businesses. We can add them and we get a profit share from the company for adding more of them. We have a built-in training program called Master Your Crypto. This is run by Mr. Brandon Ivy. Some of the content is completely freely available, but the other content can be subscribed and it's there in the back office if you need it. But we have the ability to help people learn the correct way of understanding and interpreting crypto and blockchain, because there's way too many scams out there. And one thing you want to do is make sure you are working with the right company and you keep your reputation clean. Although I always come across people that don't really care if they're involved in a scam as long as they're making money. But here we are a genuine marketing company with a bright future ahead of us. And we do have something very, very powerful to offer, which is including, because the management thinks about our members, management decided, no, let's just let people have a course if they want to dig deeper and empower themselves with knowledge. And we have by far the most powerful travel search engine in the world, bigger than Travelocity, Expedia, Hotwire, and the rest of them. However, it's a travel club, so there's a membership aspect to it, and that's a voluntary membership aspect. But this travel club offers 110% money back guarantee if you can find it cheaper somewhere else, or find the content cheaper somewhere else. And it has a massive search, and we have some fantastic testimonies right here on this call today. We've got people that have made use of it, including myself. And the stories will boggle your mind just how many thousands. To this date, I have saved $11,500 on open market prices in just a year and a half. I've saved $11,000 thanks to this travel club. And my back office in the travel club will show you. If I log in, I can show you that. So what does the G Point actually do? Now, the G Point has its own app, and the app is called a G Point Wallet. Let's go take a look at it. So here is the G Point Wallet. You can download it on Apple and you can download it on Google Play. And you can even, once you have your G Points loaded on here, you can do so many things with it. You can basically apply for a debit card and start spending your G Points just like normal cash at an ATM machine, if that's what you want to do. Or you can convert it to a G coupon. That G Point, it is truly better than cash, because look at the brands, how many brands it converts to. And these are just some of them. There are literally hundreds of mainstream names, both in North America and in Western Europe and most of the world. You can literally shop in any one of these and convert your G points. And that's how straightforward and simple the G point system really is. So once you have a G Point wallet app, there's G points inside it. You can basically bank transfer them straight to your local bank if that's what you want. You can send them or sell them to somebody else and collect cash in hand. Many people do that on a regular basis. You can load the G points onto a debit card if you've applied for it and go spending as you need it. Soon we will be adding a few more cryptos to the wallet. So not just G Point, but we'll be adding our own Fincoin anyway, but also IMC, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So you can convert G Point to crypto, crypto to G Point all day long if that's what you want to do. And because you can add online and offline businesses, if you're adding your favorite cafe, and if I'm visiting you and I've got G Points, hey, let's go to your favorite cafe because I want to spend my G Points. I don't want to spend money from the bank on which I've already paid tax. I'd rather spend G Points directly at the cafe, right? So we can do that here. And then you can get cashback rewards. You know those G coupons you saw? Most of those G coupons offer between 1.5 up to 10% cashback if you convert your G points into one of those coupons, right? Imagine you're going into TK Maxx or TJ Maxx or whatever it's called in the US. You go to TK Maxx and you're spending $100 worth and it gave you a cashback of 8. Now you've got 108 to spend, you know? So it's a fantastic way of actually being rewarded for using the system. To join us, all you need is first name, last name, email ID, create a new user ID, and you have an account. So you need to ask whoever invited you here, you need to ask them for a link. Get registered without fail immediately right now. Do not waste time. I recommend this to you. You can work everything else out later. You don't have to spend straight away. Just at least make a position for yourself, create your account at Worldcryptolife, and then take your time to look at stuff and ask questions, understand what we're doing, because it's not difficult at all to get started and to be rewarded very, very handsomely in this company. Now, once you have your account, what you would normally want to do is get G points. To get G points, you can either pay in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USD Tether, or you can send in a bank wire, or if you're in the US, you can use Zelle, okay? But all of our bonuses are paid in G points. And I just explained to you at least 6 different ways in which you can convert those G points into practically usable money for yourself in whatever way is convenient to you. Didn't we say in the beginning of this presentation, crypto should be usable anywhere, anytime, locally, globally, online or offline? We've just shown you how this company has managed to pull that off when no other crypto has anything like it. They don't have anything that comes close to this. Now, very good news. We have reduced the member package from $500 to $100. So it's easier for a lot of people, and a lot of our valuable teams from countries where $100 is a lot of money, they are finally able to join. They were finding 500 a bit of a barrier. Some of the leaders went back to management and said, look, we need to lower the entry cost because now we can include larger numbers of people. So please, can you reduce it? So they did. They've reduced the node size or the fractional node ownership. So you can now have $100, and the maximum still remains 50,000. We just have different names for it. Now, the biggest package is called a VVIP. Before it ended at VIP with 50,000, but now we have 100. So 100, 500,000, 2,500, 5,000, etc. These are the different sizes in which you can buy the nodes. That you will never be able to buy a whole node. What you're buying is a piece of the node. And another example for the node, and I think that helped during a personal meeting literally yesterday to help explain that to somebody, and they liked that explanation. So I'll repeat it here. When you have a highway network in a country or network of roads, you're going to also have petrol stations. They are not charities. Petrol stations make money, fuel stations, gas stations, whatever you call them. They make money, they make profit by selling gas. Okay. A node is like a gas station. Anyone that's passing by has to fuel up at some point or the other. And just for being there, you get paid. Except we don't want one person to own a whole gas station. So you come together as a community. You, your friends, your network come together and buy however many shares of the gas station you can buy, because the people passing by will need to spend regardless. And if they're going to spend regardless, some other node owning person is going to make a heck of a lot of revenue. Why is it not you that's making that revenue by becoming a shared owner of that gas station, which we call a node in blockchain language? Now, each of these packages have something attached to them called PV, point volume. This point volume is how we get paid. You don't get paid on this. I just had a member who's been a member for more than a year tell me, why did I not get paid 10% on $500? All this time they didn't understand you don't get paid 10% on $500, you get paid on the PV 300. So you see, paying attention at this kind of point is very important. We get paid on the PV, we don't get paid on the package volume, package size, we get paid on the point volume. So based on that PV, we have 7 different types of bonuses, and all of these bonuses are coming from the PV, which is 60%. Now, this is some good news for most of our new members here, and our older members will absolutely rejoice, because before it was unilevel, everybody only got 10%, but now if you are personally either a bronze or silver member, you'll get 2 levels. So your personal introductions will be 10%, and anybody they introduce will be 5%, and you get paid on that as well. If you're gold, platinum, or higher, you will get paid 3 levels deep. 10 plus 5 plus 3, a total of 18% is put on the table by the company to be paid 3 levels deep. This is still technically not multi-level marketing, because even affiliate marketing programs, they can pay up to 3%, 3 levels deep. So this is a brand new replacement. I'm mentioning this on my webinar for the first time today, and this should make a lot of people very, very excited and happy. If you know people who are able to bring lots of other people, you will earn 5% from those lots of other people that somebody else is introducing. All you got to do is introduce the person that opens the door to many others. So that's how the 2 levels really, really racks up and helps pay very handsomely. The binary bonus is for building a team where you have 1 paid member left, 1 paid member right, and then you are binary qualified. The moment you're binary qualified, you will earn on the volume regardless of how many levels deep. It doesn't even matter if you know the person buying a package or not, or if you've ever heard their name before or not. If they're a node owner in your team, they can be 10, 20, 100 levels deep, and yet that volume will still count towards you. That volume has no flushing, meaning it just keeps piling up and piling up and piling up. It's never cleared or removed and reset to 0. It just keeps adding and adding and adding, and that helps accumulate for a few other types of bonuses, which we'll discuss soon. Now, let's say you have some volume on a slow moving side and some volume on the fast moving side. The moment you get fresh volume on the smaller team, that extra fresh volume times 10% is the minimum you'll get paid. And that can run into hundreds and thousands of dollars. We know people that have made almost $1 million in binary bonus alone in this company. So that volume really adds up when you start building a team and start introducing people. But 10% is the minimum. If your own package is one of the bigger ones, you can get paid up to 15%. How much you are allowed to earn every day? I mean, even a $100 person could be making $1,000 a day, but they're only allowed to take $100 out of that. The rest is written off. Reason for that is, well, if you're earning that much, you might as well start upgrading and start qualifying for bigger percentages, but then also your daily earnings limit will keep going up, and that's what all of us ultimately should be aiming for. Third type of bonus is paid monthly. It's a team-forced matrix, so you don't have to build it. It's all the paid members from the binary are added into the system once more. And if there is any fresh volume coming in, that fresh volume, you get 1% on that. It's impossible to predict which level will upgrade to which package. So you can't really create a very complicated chart. It just simply says 1%. So if you find somebody that's able to introduce a whole lot of $50,000 people, that's 1% on the PV of 30,000 from the 50,000 package. 1% on that, you will be earning that without even breaking a sweat, because the whole volume counts as long as it's part of your team. So that's when you start building a team as quickly as you can. And obviously, as you keep upgrading, you'll keep earning deeper levels in this matrix bonus. It pays on the 10th of each month, and it pays like clockwork. The Travel Club is the same as the binary as before. It's 199 G points to join, but you immediately get a refund of $200, one extra. You get $200 refunded to spend in the Travel Club. And then it has $49.95 a month subscription, but that $49.95 also comes back to you, and you're able to spend it on your vacations or whatever else. So now, the way it works is it's the same binary as before, but you need 4 paid up members on the left, 4 paid up members on the right. And when there's 4 and 4 matching, your own monthly subscription comes back to you. So the Travel Club is now practically free for you. But adding larger numbers is natural in this type of an organization, because it's not you alone, but an entire team working together to keep expanding and growing those numbers. Once in a lifetime paid rank star bonus is very, very important. Once you achieve a rank star, it stays with you forever. It's never removed or taken away. And achieving a 1 star is not that difficult. You only need 2,000 PV on the left, 2,000 PV on the right, and you've qualified. And you'll get $250 the next month. But once you're a 1 star, you will want to be a 2 and a 3 and a 4 star, because you know what? These bonuses are nice as a one-time pay, but the star ranking does something completely different, which is quite life-changing in the scheme of things. Oops, sorry. I don't know why that opened up. It's quite life-changing in the scheme of things. So here you will see we have a 7 star in the company. He's obviously got 5 million PV on the left, 5 million PV on the right. He's already collected 70 plus 60 plus 50 plus 20 plus 10 plus 1 plus 250. That's, I think it works out to $211,250 or something like that. And if he's got 5 million left, 5 million right, at the rate of 15%, he's already collected $750,000 in binary bonus alone. And this is the person I'm talking about who's already made over a couple of million through this compensation plan by hitting 7 star. And when I met him, I was a 3 star and he was a 2 star. And within a year, he went way past me and became a 7 star. And he's not in your face type of person. He's a church pastor. And when he gave his testimony, he said, when I was convinced that this is a company I want to be a part of, all I thought to myself is focus, focus, focus. And this will be life-changing. And it did change his life. So he's experienced success like many of us are hoping to. But once you're a star rank holder, you will receive the affiliate bonus. And the affiliate bonus is the revenue company makes when other companies and large organizations and merchants and all sorts of other distributors, when they start using our G-Point wallet and other payment systems, from the merchant fee the company collects, that merchant fee is shared out with star rank holders only, not with normal members. So you have to get to a star rank as quickly as possible to qualify for it. 1 stars will share 5% of that total external revenue. 2 stars will share 5 plus 5, 10%. 3 stars, 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15%. And if you add all this up, it's a total of 23% the company is willing to share with all of the star rank holders from the revenue that you and I didn't necessarily contribute to, but the company collects that revenue from its third-party business partnerships with all kinds of other businesses. The global pool bonus is also based on the star rank, and the star rank basically is just a way of rewarding the whole total monthly sales. So the monthly sales of the company for all the other teams, including teams that I am not a part of, and yet including our team, which is not a part of other people's team, all of us share in the same revenue from the total monthly sales. 1 stars share 1% from the total monthly node sales. 2 stars will share 1 plus 1, 3 star 1 plus 1 plus half, 2.5%, and so on till a total of 3.3% has been shared out from the total global monthly sales. It's been paid out to all the star rank holders. So we know it works, and we know that it does not work for people that don't take action. Those who do take action and keep persistently at it, those who are consistent, they eventually grow and they surprise themselves at what they've achieved. A lot of people just are very weak with follow-up. A lot of people don't get back and say, hey, I mentioned something to you. Did you think about it? Is there a problem? Is there a question? Can I help you? Blah, blah, blah. Because they eventually at some point, even if there's somebody says no to you, they will thank you for introducing this, because this is a business unlike any other. You do not come across companies that are capable of creating a mainnet blockchain from scratch and have so much evidence to prove that we are actually who we say we are. With that, ladies and gentlemen, as with any business, your results may vary and will be based on your individual capacity, business experience, expertise, and level of desire. There are no guarantees concerning the level of success you may experience. Testimonials and examples used are exceptional results which do not apply to the average purchaser and are not intended to represent or guarantee that anyone will achieve the same results. Each individual's success depends on his or her background, dedication, desire, and motivation. However, ladies and gentlemen, before I end this presentation, allow me to show you one last thing. How does a node actually pay? So let's go have a look. I have 2 nodes. So let me show you how my nodes are paying me. So what I did in the beginning is 4th of August, 4 days late, 4th of August, I purchased some of the Gaia node. Out of the 700 and whatever number of people that bought the Gaia node, I was person number 100. Then a day later, I bought some more, and I was person number 202 out of the 750 whatever purchases. So I've got 2,500, upgrade to another 2,500. I've got a total of $5,000 invested in here. In 2 months or 2.5 months, it's paid me back 84.911 Fincoin. Now this coin has the potential of becoming $1,000 each. And then just 2 months, I've earned 84. I'm hoping it'll hit $1,000 at some point, because I wouldn't mind collecting $8,500 in the first 2 months of mining. And I still have 8 years and 9.5 months remaining, because the mining contract lasts 9 years. This, ladies and gentlemen, is phenomenal way of making money. Now, if I break it down, node number 100 and node number 202, 1 second apart this evening at 6 o'clock, paid me a tiny fraction, and then at midday, and then at 6 a.m., and then at midnight last night. So I get paid twice, because I have 2 portions of the node. I get paid twice every 6 hours, because I am a node owner. And when you add all these little fractions up, that's how you end up getting this 84.911. It just keeps increasing and adding more and more and more. So this is how the node pays out its passive income to the node owner. If the node owner is willing to do marketing, that becomes active income in the beginning, but then it becomes passive when the team is just growing and expanding on its own. It becomes passive income too. So you can earn FinCoin through the node. You can earn G points through our compensation plan. And this company has already created a handful of millionaires, but that is their way of making sure they succeeded. They did not give up. Unfortunately, some people do give up, but that's just normal, and that's the same for any job or any other profession you choose. Those who give up, they can't make it. But if you keep at it, keep building, this is a life-changing business, and we have way too many people here to confirm this and give you the testimony themselves. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll end the recording. I'll put this recording up with all the necessary links. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask. Thank you very much.